Ridley Scott's Alien. Considered a classic, and I can see why. Quite frankly, this film is brilliant, and I'm going to show you why it is in this review of Alien. Now, although the film does start very slowly with a big tour around the ship, which is a bit boring, you know. It's quite long, it drags on. Oh look, yeah, here's the ship. Now, the set is nice, but really, this right at the beginning. Yeah, it's quite a slow introduction, if you ask me. Now, eventually we reach a room full of pods, which is where the crew are sleeping, in stasis. The crew total in 7 in total. Yeah, total of 7. Which personally I think is a bit small for, well, huge ship, but yeah, 7. I like it. It also gives you that nice feel of, oh, instead of having loads of characters where we won't care that much for them, we can have 7 characters and have them